Alright, so Flow is a brand new animated movie directed by Gintz Zibalodis. I have no idea if I'm saying that right. And it is about a cat that goes on an adventure with other animals. And there's not a single word of dialogue in this film. And if you're not sold on the film already, let me try to sell you some more. If we're talking visuals alone, this film knocks it out of the park. Apparently this film only took 5 years and $4 million to make. And let me tell you, the animation quality and the visuals are almost on par with the likes of Pixar and DreamWorks. The fact that there are studios out there that can make this kind of quality at this budget is a really, really good sign for animation in the future. Now, I'm sure they saved money on voice acting because there isn't a single word of dialogue in this film. That doesn't mean there's no emotion portrayed here. Obviously, the cat is the star of this film, but every single animal that is animated is done so well. They obviously took their time to do their research to make every single animal feel distinct and also convey emotion. Like the animators over at Lion King need to be looking at this film and taking notes. Something that is also done extremely well in this film is the pacing. I'm not going to get too much into story because I really don't want to spoil what happens in this film, but you can kind of base off the trailer. The cat goes on an adventure, there's a boat, you can see that there's water. Every 5 to 10 minutes they put you and the characters through the new event or new moment or problem they have to solve. There's always something going on, and the pacing of this film is basically perfect. Now, I mentioned the animations are top, and also the art design and quality of backgrounds is grade A stuff here. I would say it almost requires a theater experience. There were times when I was just looking at the screen, taking it all in. The music was swelling, the characters were there that I liked. It was just so pretty. It was just so pretty. The use of colors in this is amazing. It's got like an almost water painted aesthetic for the film. There was a moment where I thought they did that to maybe save money on the budget, but the more I watched the film, the more that style just resonated with me, especially for the kind of film they're going for. Now, I just praised the film for a couple minutes straight. There are a couple negatives, and I'm going to talk about them real quick. The first negative for me was the music. And I'm not saying the music was bad, it was actually pretty good, but the quality of music was not quite up to the same level as everything else in the film. It got the job done, but if you actually sit there and listen to the music, you're like, it's kind of repetitive, not really a lot happens, it's not very dynamic, and there's not really a lot of it. I felt like there should have been a little more music. I'm glad there was. There was probably 30-40 minutes of music in this film. I'm glad it was there, but I wish it was a little better. It was something that was noticeable, not bad, but noticeable. And without ruining the film, I personally thought the movie kind of fell flat right at the end. Like, I don't think this film stuck the landing. And I don't hate the ending. I just felt like they could have done more. I feel like it was building up to something, and something else happened, and I'm okay with that something else, but yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave that. Personally, I think you should go watch this in theaters before it's out of theaters. I know it has a pretty limited release. Just the visuals and animation alone makes it worth it seen on the big screen. And supporting smaller animations like this, studios like this, maybe we'll tell Hollywood that we want more stuff like this, because personally, I really do want more stuff like this. I think this is the best animated film of this year. I think more movies need to experiment with no dialogue like this movie does. And there were moments where I almost thought a narration or something would have helped this film. But at the end of the day, I think they made the right call by having absolutely no dialogue in it. I hope this movie makes money and we get more stuff like this, even from this studio or director. And I also think it goes to show that you don't need big names, actors, voices to tell a good story. If you saw the movie, what did you think? Let me know. Talk to y'all later. See ya.